Let's write some notes. Any word in English has VOC or VOK, you see, it equals to voice. If I voice my feelings, I express it. So when I say I advocate women's rights, that means I support it because I voice it, VOC. So advocate can be verb and noun. I can say you are advocate for the discoveries of medicines because you are going to be a doctor. That means you are a supporter. So it can be verb and noun. So any word has like that. For example, you can see evoke, look. You see, I can say provocative. It's the same word, VOC, VOC. It means here you express something by words, by feelings, by heart to support it. That means advocate. So advocate means to support or to be supported. Again, try to tell me what means discredited. I'm just like checking your skills, but just like you can say. Any meaning
Again,
about
sir?
give me any meaning about discredit.
Like, if I will guess, maybe it's like, you know, when you give credit to someone for doing something, this discredits like the opposite. I don't know.
So you did your best. Now let's take some notes. Any word, of course, has this. As you know, for prefix means not. Any word has thread. We're talking about trust. You see here, trust. We're talking about the strong belief. This means you believe in it. So when I say the writer discredit an idea, he does not believe it. He does not trust us. He doubt. When I say credit card, just like a card to show trust between you and the bank. Then when I say incredible, something you cannot believe it. It's magnificent. So cred, we're talking about belief or trust. That is Latin roots or some letters in the words can help us. We'll start in the vocab, but today try to do your best as much as you can. So we need to invent ways together to not to remove vocab, but to destroy the vocab, to master it from these words, from these letters, from these syllables, from these Latin roots. We'll start in details later. But now we need to practice as much as we can. Now let's read very quickly this paragraph. And now we are going to check what is the tone of it. But let's read it. Any word you don't know, tell me.
I don't know what's the meaning of preponderance.
Right? Come on.
Cognitive, oh no, oh, wait. Cognitive ethology, this is animal thinking, right? Just it's in brackets.
What else?
Really hidey holes. That's it. The one right under cognitive ethology.
No, you did it. Let's now today study some techniques how to master the vocab. So right now, We give you some indications called context clues. For example, if I don't understand this part, I can know it from the parentheses. Why? Because parentheses additional information to describe something before. So cognitive physiology, animal thinking. So the writer help me. You know the word distinguished already. It's an adjective to the zoologist. So it's an adjective to describe this person. He is a scientist. So what about him? So distinguished like intelligent, for example. He's different person. He has a lot of knowledge. Distinguished, as you know. Distinctive. Special. So, all right. Now here, for example, cog. Any word has cog. We are talking about knowing. Talking about how to acquire knowledge. So when I say cognitive skills, talking about the skills of how to know something, how to observe it, how to understand it. When we say here for ethical, as you know, like ethics, you know, ethic as an example like that. So when we have ethical, you're talking about rules of thinking. You're talking about ways of thinking. So this is what it could tell us about rules, tell us about beliefs sometimes. You see, sometimes it means like, do you know the customs of country, forms of country, for example? When I say ethics of economy, the forms, slaves, the rules of economy. Look for this word. He said here, manipulation. It's from the word here, money. It's from the word man. And it's known for the man to play for something. So manipulation, how to deceive someone, how to play with him, how to deceive, how to trick, how to escape something. So manipulations. All right. And the word to conceal, as you know, it means hide. And underestimate, you know, in this estimate. Estimate means to value, to respect. But how about under? It means you devalue. So if you underestimate an idea, you devalue it, you don't believe in it, you don't care about it, you show no interest. So that means we need to master the Latin roots and vocab to help us. Again, what do you know about the word capacities? New animal behaviors and are observed. So what are observed? Behaviors and capacities. What could be about animals, behaviors and capacity? Do you know capacity just like the ability to do something? You know, the strength of thinking so much quickly. So like capacity of in the wild, often involving, look, he gives you Khalid example to understand what means capacities. He said involving example. So the way of example can help you.
Yes.
So right now we are going to start the first lesson because needed in every question we study. I'm going to show it right now to start with it because we have no more time. I'm going to show you right now. I will send you, inshallah, all the books and the notes. That's it. So today, inshallah, we'll start with this one for the vocab. We need to know how the test maker play with the vocab. Let's see. In vocab way, we have something called the context clues. Means the techniques by the writer to help the reader to understand. So imagine you are the reader and the writer is the author. He helps you by techniques, you just try to follow it. Number one, we have techniques like that. The writer gives you definition in the sentence to help you to understand. For example, if I would like to know what means demography, I can know it by many ways. But in this sentence, the writer says which is. That means this information describes or defines this word. So simply when I found all of these, I know the following content is the same. So what means demography? The study of human populations. So you don't need to think. The writer already gave it. So that means indicators, clue words to help you. Again, we need to guess. Lecturer. I know from LEC, it talks about knowledge. ER, person. So lecturer, someone who gives you direct information. Like professor in college, like a teacher. He said the lecturer was verbose. You know, from the verb, it means he talk, explain more. He said that is. That is means this information is the same. So this similar to that. He was worthy. You must know one of them. If you know what means worthy, you know what means verbose. So what means verbose? Explain a lot more than it needs. So that means worthy. He gives a lot of words. So what is the techniques used is definition. This could be in reading, in any English, any test to help us to master the vocab. Again. Now Khalid, it's your turn. Try to tell me what means this word. Try to read. So what does it? Khalid, do you hear me well?
I don't know.
Let me help you. Here, for example, he said, for example,
Like assistant?
so assistant, what does he do? To dictation, copied manuscripts. So this means could be, and already we have man, look, it means he does something similar to man. So the example it tells you what does it mean? I don't need to guess. I know it. So all of these examples to illustrate, to explain something before. Remember, we don't need one specific meaning like that. Miscreants of all kinds, for example. So what means miscreants? Someone who takes something not his own. Pickpockets, thieves, vandals. And you look for the verb roam. If you roam, it means you go to wander without aim. So it could be thief. So it means miscreants, any bad people who steal the people. Okay, so the technique, give example to the reader. Another technique used about comparison. The author make comparison between two ideas to help you to understand. For example, Joan's friend testified to her veracity. So it means now her teacher too. So similarity between this idea and this idea. So Joanne's truthfulness was evident. That means it's proved, evident that she was not telling lies. What means the veracity? She has been tested. That means the same. So I don't need to know what means the veracity. So writer help me. For this technique called comparison. Again, Consuela suffered from acrophobia. Semicolon. Also, the same idea. So her father also had a fear of heights. So what means acrophobia? It's a fear, but fear of what? For of heights. So I know the meaning from the writer techniques. So don't worry, the writer always have you. Another technique is called the contrast. We compare between the things, but we explain difference. Here we compare, but we explain similarity. Now, unlike his despondent opponent, comma, that means we compare between this person, this person. He said Kwame appeared hopeful, happy, sure. What is the opposite? What is the difference? The opposite. So despondent means not hopeful, not happy, not sure. Do you know it?
Yes.
Do you know it? So now despondent, later inshallah today we'll study techniques about the sound of the word can tell you the meaning, like despondent. It's similar to the word sad. Look, S-A-D, S-D, sad, despondent. Just like make it like rhythm. This could help you to memorize. So remember Khalid, the hardest skill in your test is the vocab. So we need to invent together techniques to finish it forever. Because if you don't know how to read, you will lose everything because your test tests you for capacity of reading. So we call it SAT, scholastic reading, aptitude, speed of thinking. And then we test you, not only for vocab. Now, another technique, contrast. So now, guess with me, what means grounds?
Complaints.
To complain. How does he complain? All the time? Yes, does his work without. This means he complain. That's why. So look for the answer, find it, and we'll answer today. Another one like cause and effect, most common in the test. Maria felt that the stranger was being intrusive. I know from intrude to enter, to intervene, to interfere, to intrude. If you intrude in someone else's life, just like you do something could be bad by asking me a question. So I can guess from the reason. Again, from the word locations. He said consequently. So based on this reason, this action happened. So try to guess. The teacher is constantly telling him to stop talking. That means he loves to talk more about issues. And already we know it from the word of Arabic, look. Look, you see? Like when you see in Arabic, he looks, look, stop talking, please. You look a lot. This is similar to the word in Arabic. Because like just like interaction between cultures. So I can memorize, huh? So any word that has L-O-C, L-Q-E, it talks about speaking a lot or speaking fluently. Like I can say Khalid is eloquent when he speaks up for the country. So this means speak persuasively. And of course, we have other techniques will help you. Another one, it's called the tone. As we were going to study today here for what is the tone of the text to help you. But this is about the general. Now, for example, we need to guess what means jocund. I'm just going to check. Jocund, it's an adjective. Adjective modifies the noun. If you know what is the mood, you can know the word. So Raymond here, laughing, verb, and joking. Who did the laughing? The same person. And the mood related to this person. So his mood, laughing, joking, that means it's positive. So it's a positive. So guess it could be merry, cheerful, carefree, happy, ecstatic, very happy. We don't know. We need to look for the answers. This is called the general tone, not only from one sentence. Now let me help you for examples and try to guess. I need to know what means premonition. I must read. I had of defeat, comma. Later, inshallah, we'll study something called a positive information. A positive means this information after the comma, this part. Explain this part. Explain it means the same. Yes, because a positive means additional information to describe something. So what is that? A kind of foreknowledge that we will lose. So it means a premonition sense that something will happen. Because the word before here, F-O-R, means before. That means you know something. You sense it before it happened. So it's a prediction. So it means the premonition, pre-warning of something, prediction, forecast, foresee. You see, understand something before it happens. And already we have pre means before. And MONI means warning. And of course, defeat means lose. So I guess two words. And later, we will master some techniques. You must know how teachers think, how professors make questions. If you know it, it's over. Again, let's guess together. Number two, we didn't need his insults. Negative. Two, so negative. A semicolon. Semicolon Khalid means the following sentence adds details to the preface. It could be explanation. For example, it was bad enough already. So the tone, negative. And here it's a verb. So his insult do what to the situation? Make it very, for example, very bad. Make it much worse. So it means exasperate, is to make it severe, to make it disastrous, to make something bad. It's a common word in the test. Now it's your turn. What does this word mean? Try.
The weather was not good. Means bad, unfortunate.
Right? So it's adjective. An adjective describes a noun. And we have because and effect relation. And we have but. So because of hard conditions of weather, could be incredible, unbelievable, harsh, stuff, rough, any word related to negative term. Correct. Now we have a word, it could be for you a new word, but it's very easy. Here, appropriation. Let's try.
Against, dislike.
Remember, he said eager, love for approval. That means he always accept approval from his teacher and beamed. So that means he is looking for his.
Is beamed good or bad?
So it means good or bad words. You can tell me, is it negative or positive word?
In the beginning, I thought beamed was negative. That's why I said approbation was bad.
That's perfect, man. Now we need to guess word very easy. For example, this one. We can know it by many ways. Vary, it's from the verb vary. If something vary became different, let's read. The gardener obviously prefers something to something. Comparison, look, contrast. Prefer something to something. That means they are different. So, variegated leaves to ones that are a solid color. So, leaves opposite to the solid color. If something has solid color, it does not have various different kind color for brighten colors. So variegated opposite to the solid. So it means here various colors, colorful, brightened, brilliant colors. We need to read the answers to check. This is here some ways. Of course, I will send you. So this is called the techniques of writing. Something else very, very, very important. And if you don't master it, you will not master English forever. Believe it, forever. Because when I were like you, the professors has told me that I master it easily and quickly. I follow the rules. Roots, prefixes, suffix in English, because English is a cocktail from different languages. So any word, it's made from different languages. But the linguists invent ways to help you. For example, I want to know this word. I know the prefix en. What does it mean? To put something. I know the word crypt is to keep something secret, hidden, concealed. And the TION, it tells you it's a noun, not verb, for the grammar. So the word has letters to help you to understand the verb or noun or meaning, everything. So how to guess? Something had been put in a secret form. It's encryption. So when you read in programming, you'll find that encryption could be something put into a secret code, for example. And then go to the text to read more about the word. Will help you. In English, I collected here some notes from international books to help you. For example, imagine that you don't know this word, but you know that am, not am as a verb to be, but am letters. So we call it in English syllables or roots. So am means to love, to do something, and the OUS adjective. So when I say Khalid is an amorous person, so I mean just like lovely person, kind, nice, to help people, but it's a positive. Look again, amicable, the same. So any word has am at the beginning, I can expect it to talk about something about them. Any word. Again, agree, agro. It relates it to the field. So field should expect crop production, soil management, cultivating soil, something related to this science. And the culture means to give knowledge. So it's knowledge about cultivating soil. So it's a science. So agriculture. Here agronomy. Nom means facts. Agro. So facts about field cultivating. And why it means noun. So it's a study about agriculture. So your job is to memorize the letters with the meaning. For example, here answer. Here miss answer. Miss means against or no. So no humans. If you don't accept humans, it means perhaps you hate them, or you distrust, or you wouldn't like to deal with them, or you have a phobia against dealing with them. Something negative. Look for the word aqua, so water, and duct. You know, duct to build something like product. So this means just like to structure for moving water, for example. Here, common word. So you know, for arch. So when I say here, an arch, N means no. Yes, N in letters means no. And arch rules. And the Y means noun. When I say no rules, it means you don't like it. Or there is no rules. But when I say an anarchy, it means absence of government, absence of rules. So you can guess the meaning of the word from the letters. Yes. This something can help my memory to master if I forget. To read it quickly when I read. Because we need to read millions of essays to get knowledge. So at home, inshallah, you can memorize all of these Latin roots. Can help you. So remember, we memorize the letters with the meanings. This can help you. And it's not only one meaning, but this most common meaning. So after mastering the roots, you will go to the prefix. And the prefix is, as you know, a syllable at the beginning of the word. So guess with me this word. Look for A. So A, an, ana. It could be without, not. And sometimes also means on, in, at. So look, moral, without morals. But if you read something like that, a moral, it's different. This is space. This is like article. Look, this is without, this with moral. It's opposite. Look at typical. It comes in many tests. Typical, it's not typical. So it's a negative word, not positive. When I say it's not atypical, it's typical. That's why. So we need to know more about the prefixes. For example, as you know more about this word, for example, cat or kata, like down. If something became down, it could be catastrophe. Something deep down. Look here for catacomb. Sub means down, low, subterranean. Sounds right. Comb. Look for this a common word. Circumvent. Circa, you circle around something. If you circle around something, you try to escape from it, to avoid. Look for circumfa. And then here, noun, and the fa means the fact. So you see for circumference and mass, as you know, around the circle. So all of this could help you. So your job to master all of these, to memorize like your name. And by reading a lot, you will not need to revise a lot. For example, CO, and then the word labor, you know labor, work together. And then ATE, it tells you it's a verb. So when I say collaborate, we work together for something positive. So collaboration. Look again, respond is to reply to someone and occur between two things, two objects, to people. So exchange letters or knowledge. A correspondence in journalism fields. That's why. To understand Khalid.
Yes.
So I will send you the file. You must memorize all of these. The suffixes is the same. And suffixes will help us in grammar. For example, here, age tells you about action. So wreckage tells you about the action of wreck. And wreck, it's related to the word break. So you damage something, you break it. So the suffix has meanings. Of course, we'll memorize all and master it. Now, when we go to the passage of reading, I must focus on the prefixes and suffixes. Let me help you. Here, for example, look for the word pre. It means before. And ponder is to think. And the N is, it's a noun. So preponderance is pre-thinking about something. That means they thought more before that. Yes. So you can guess. Again, the word noun, and you know noun in English will give you information. But when I say announce, we let you know something. So announce means they let you know. So the teams announce the results. So let people know it. Did you catch it? Khalid, you're still alive. Khalid, you okay? Khalid, do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, my dear friend. So right now, I'm going to send you, inshallah, a new link because we need to go to practice official questions about this skill. Give me 1 second.